I've talked about it before. There is what I would consider 3 tiers of builders. Each of those tiers has, well, let's call them a subset of builders. Tier 3 is going to include Arthur Rutenberg, Toll Brothers, and Homes by WestBay, and a couple others. I would put David Weekley in this group of builders. It's slightly below of Rutenberg. Rutenberg is going to have hundreds of options and be able to fully customize a home. It's also going to be well into the millions of dollars. David Weekley will have options. Depending on the community you're looking at, those options could be a few or a couple dozen things that you could change or add at the design center. Tier 1 homes have basically the same type of subsets, but they're a lot more affordable. The size of the home, fit and finish of the home, both figure into the price. Another variable is that the builder doesn't allow any or very few changes in the build out. They have 8, 10, maybe 12 models that they are built in different communities. These models are all pre-planned, from the wood to build it, tile, flooring, paint. Everything that goes into that home has been purchased months before construction actually begins and in bulk. They plan to build 20 homes of that same model all at the same time. By the time you sign a dotted line, construction is probably already started. The home is in some stage of completion. This process is very streamlined, very simple, and cost effective. It tends to keep the homes more affordable. Just like Tier 3 builders, there are different quality builders in Tier 1 group. The lowest in the group is going to be a well-known builder from across the country, has a very large presence in the Bay Area, and builds tens of thousands of homes every year. I'm not supposed to disparage builders, so I won't say their name. They have several models, both single-family homes and townhomes scattered throughout the Bay Area. To be serious, they have a place in the world. I've worked with several people who really need what they have. A large home at a lower price point. Townhomes starting at $277,000, homes starting in the mid-300s. They are offering some really low interest rates right now and cash incentives to buyers. And they almost have to, but they do sell homes. I have not had any of my clients have a major issue with their homes. However, if you do a Google search for D.R. Horton building problems, you're going to get a ton of results.
West and Alicia Dixon bought this brand new home in Youngsville in 2014. Several years later, the problems started to arise.
So D.R. Horton is on the bottom rung of that ladder, which I would put KB Homes, and there are others. Just above D.R. Horton, I'd stick Lennar, another big box builder, better construction than D.R. Horton. It's not saying much, but again, they do have a place and I've used them. But there are better options, pretty much at the same price point. I want to pause this for just a minute. If you're thinking about moving to Tampa or you need help finding your next home here in the Tampa area, reach out. We've been helping families find their perfect home for years and would love to do the same for you. My contact information is on the screen. Call or text me. We would love to be your Tampa real estate team of choice. Casa Fresca is a prime example. Casa Fresca is a much smaller builder than D.R. Horton or Lennar, probably a tenth of their size. They are based out of Tampa, and they are a subsidiary of Tampa-based luxury builder Homes by WestBay. I can't tell you they've been around for a long time. Casa Fresca began operations in 2019. By 2021, they had closed on a grand total of 220 homes. Since then, they have had remarkable success. 2023 alone, they sold 550 homes, 83% over the year before. They are buying a lot of land in Pasco and Polk County, like $95 million worth in the first quarter of 2024. Having Homes by WestBay as a parent gives them plenty of deep pockets and experience. WestBay builds homes that start at about $600,000 and get into the millions pretty quickly. They really had nothing for first-time home buyers, so Casa Fresca was born. Casa Fresca's focus is on affordable homes, mostly for first-time home buyers. Their homes are not like the homes built by the Lennars or the D.R. Hortons of the world. They like to say their homes are boldly unboring, and they are different. The exterior has some color on it. The interiors are open, light, and actually planned out. Features that others in this price range just can or don't offer. Quartz countertops in the kitchens and the bathrooms. LVP flooring and walk-in pantries. Upgraded appliances like the slide-in oven versus the standard range. 42-inch upper cabinets. Pavered entry and driveway with their standard. I love it. Last year they came out with what they're calling the Bold series of homes in some of their communities. The Bold series has a couple of new floor plans like the Jasmine here. The Bold series includes a lot of interior upgrades. Little touches like the trim around the cabinets in the kitchen, upgraded tile in the bathrooms, frameless glass showers, the taller trim around the floorboards, and the stacked built-in oven with the range. Most of the Tier 1 builders give you the old standard slide-in oven that's been around for 100 years. Frameless glass showers in Lennar, they aren't going to happen. It's not even an option. And self-closing drawers and doors at the DR Horton, forget it. It ain't happening. Homes by WestBay builds some very nice luxury homes all over Florida. That build quality continues into Casa Fresca Homes, right down to the voice-controlled smart thermostat. Right now, Casa Fresca Homes are going up in 14 locations across Central Florida. Prices are going to vary by location, starting at just over $300,000, getting into the mid-500s. They are offering incentives in the form of rate buy-downs and cash incentives to be used for closing costs. Those incentives change almost every day. To get the most current ones, give me a call. I'll let you know what they are. There are new communities going up along the US 27 corridor near Haines City. One community, the Cherrywood Preserve, is just south of Ocala. There are two communities south of Tampa. Hawkstone and Lithia is a Bold Series community. I believe that right now there are a handful of homes still available. Not far from Hawkstone, Davis Landing is just getting started. Davis Landing will not have a CDD included, if that makes a difference to you. The other area where growth continues is Wesley Chapel and Zephyrhills. There are 5 Casa Fresca communities under some stage of development. There's Two Rivers, Pasadena Woods, Pasadena Landings, Pasadena Ridge, and yes, there is a reason for those names. And the last one would be Mirada. Casa Fresca has been building in Mirada for a couple of years now. There are a few home sites available, but they are going fast. Mirada is an unusual community, complete with its own 15-acre lagoon. I have a video that goes into detail. I'll put that link in the comment section below. Two Rivers is going to be another huge community. A lot of homes, something like 8,500 homes. Some commercial space, a golf course, a retail space, dog parks, playgrounds, a couple of community pools, a surfing park. Yes, a place in the middle of the state where you can go surfing and have dinner, lunch, and an adult beverage. It should rival just about every other community out there. Casa Fresca is one of several builders in Two Rivers. Watch this video if you want more information on Two Rivers. The other 3 Casa Fresca homes are in an area that's been known as Pasadena Hills. That is the reason I mentioned earlier why the names are what they are. All 3 communities will have some level of amenities: dog parks, playgrounds, resort-style pool, basic, modest amenities. There's not going to be any 15-acre lagoon with a tiki hut, 17,000 square foot clubhouse. There will be smaller communities. A couple are going to be non-CDD communities. All will have a selection of different models available, everything from the 3-bedroom Magenta to the 5-bedroom Gabriella. There is a mix of Bold Series homes in both the Landing and the Woods. Multi-generational homes have become more in demand in the last couple of years, so Pasadena Ridge is going to have Casa Fresca's version of a multi-gen home available. It's called the Esperanza. The Esperanza is a 4-bedroom, 2,300 square foot home. The 4th bedroom has its own living room, bathroom, washer and dryer, and kitchenette. Unlike builders whom I mentioned earlier, the Esperanza has a separate entry to the in-law suite. Prices are going to vary, obviously by size, but also by location. Homes in Pasadena Ridge or Two Rivers start in the mid-300s. Pasadena Woods, Landing, or Mirada start pricing in the mid to upper 400s. The question you might have, and I can see it coming, so don't start typing on the keyboard yet. Earlier, I said that Lennar, DR Horton, and a couple dozen other builders have homes in basically the same price range, if not lower, than Casa Fresca. So, why would someone consider Casa Fresca over, say, a DR Horton if they have to pay another $10,000 to $12,000? The answer is pretty easy. It's build quality. Let's be honest, all homes, and I mean all homes, have issues. Even a $3 million Ruttenberg home can occasionally have issues. The goal is to minimize those issues. As a first-time home buyer, you don't want to walk into a hornet's nest on day one of your living in your brand new home. Don't get me wrong, I've had issues come up with Fresca during and after the build, but they were usually corrected within the same week that we reported the problem. No arguments. I'd like to refer you back to the Google search on issues reported about DR Horton. It just gets back to fit and finish. Standard features at Casa Fresca are, dollar for dollar, far better than any other first-time home builder that I can think of. The design is better, the floor plan, the layout makes sense. If you're looking for your first home here in the Bay Area, Casa Fresca should be on your A-list. We would like to help you in the process. My contact information is below. Call or text me. I'd be happy to talk to you about what you're looking for in a home, new or pre-existing. Although right now, new construction homes are probably the way to go, at least for now. When we talk, I'll tell you why I believe that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.